Hello! This video is going to teach you how to make the Rainbow Loom Taffy Twist bracelet. Okay, let's start. You will need a hook, a loom, and some rubber bands. Okay, the colors I'm going to use is purple, green, and orange. Okay, let's start. We start by placing our loom so that the red arrow is pointing away from you. Grab a purple band and go from the center and place a purple band from the center to the left. Remember, you can use any type of colors you want, except I'm just using these colors to show you. And you place the purple bands up the side of the loom. You keep placing these bands in a single chain until you reach the end of the loom. There, when you get to the end, you don't place the band here. You place the purple rubber band from the left to the center. And you push those rubber bands down with your fingers. Now it's time to place the band on the other side of the loom. Grab your second color, place from the center to the right. And same as this side, you keep placing those bands up the side of the loom. And on the last band, you place from the right to the center. Now, push the bands down with your fingers. And let's start placing the twists. This part is fun, my favorite part. Okay, we will take one of each color. Purple, green, and orange. You stretch them and try to make sure they're in the right order. Then you skip this first pin. You go to the next two pins, twist this, and place those bands on the loom. There. Now you skip another loom and you repeat the same thing and you put it here. You skip another pin and you put it here. You keep repeating this pattern until you reach the end of the loom. Almost finished. There. And on that last band, two pins, do not place and twist. Okay. Now let's start looping. Before we start though, we're going to place a cap band. I'm going to get an purple cap band, stretch it, twist it, place it upon itself, and put it on that top band. Okay, let's start looping. To loop, turn your loom around so that the red arrows is pointing towards you this time. Pull back the purple cap band and grab that green rubber band there and loop it. See how it forms a raindrop shape? If you see the raindrop shape, that means you have looped the right bands. Okay, now you loop the second band, which is purple. And you start looping up the side of the loom, and then here you go. And then here you go from the left to the center. Let's get looping. You can push back the bands in the twist, and grab that bottom green band. Might be a little tricky to loop them since there's so much bands at the top, above the band you're about to loop. There. I've looped the first row of bands. Now let's loop the second row. The row of bands on the right, which are the purple bands. Pull those twist bands back. Grab the bottom purple band and loop it to the next pin. Pull back the twist bands, grab that bottom purple band, pull it to the next pin. Let's keep repeating this until we reach the end of the loom. There. Now we finished looping our bands. Push all these bands down with your fingers. There. Now we turn the loom so that the red arrow is pointing away from you. See all these bands here. You push them up to the top. You slide your hook under here, tilt it out, and grab a purple rubber band. Take it through all these bands, hook it over here, and put it on there. push that purple band to the thickest part of your hook. Now let's start pulling off the bracelet. Remember, if you don't loop it correctly, your bracelet would get wrecked. So it's best to follow these instructions carefully and try not to loop the wrong bands. And you can also go to letsmakeRainbowloom.wordpress.com to see how to make more rainbow loom bracelets. There. Now we've finished taking the band off the loom. If you may not want loom, you will need to extend the bracelet. Turn the loom to extend the bracelet. We're going to make a single chain. Turn the loom so that the red arrow is pointing away from you. And start placing your rubber bands on the side of the loom. If your wrist is smaller than usual, place 4 bands. But the usual size for extension would be 6 rubber bands, like I'm doing here. Push down those bands with your finger, and you get the rubber band from here, and you put it on those 2 pins. There, turn your loom around, and let's start looping. There, we finished looping. Okay, once you finish looping, you can grab these 2 bands and pull it to this pin here. So then it will make an area where you can attach your C-clip. Here it is. Now let's attach it. And after you attach the C-clip, you grab it and you pull it off the loom. There. Now we're finished making our taffy twist bracelet. Almost. You just need to attach this C-clip to the other side. You put this band through your 2 fingers, so it creates another area where you can put on the C-clip. And there. We finished making our taffy twist bracelet. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Remember to visit letsmakeRainbowloom.wordpress.com, which is letsmakeRainbowloom.wordpress.com.